Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Israel has announced a complete cessation of contact with United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. Ambassador Danny Danon declared that Israel is done with this Secretary-General, calling the decision to blacklist Israel for alleged sexual violence in conflict zones outrageous and shameful. The Israeli Foreign Ministry echoed these sentiments, labeling the inclusion on the UN sexual violence list as shameful and absurd, and a sign of the UN's politicized and corrupt nature that systematically targets Israel. The Israeli mission to the UN stated it will maintain no contact with the Secretary-General's office for as long as Guterres remains in his role. A UN spokesman confirmed they were aware of the remarks and reiterated that the Secretary-General's door remains open. The UN's annual report on conflict-related sexual violence is set to be presented, with allegations including sexual violence by Israeli security forces against Palestinians in detention centers. Hamas is also on the list for alleged sexual violence during the October 7th attack and hostage abuse. This development marks a new low in UN-Israel relations. JG Press. A towering 21-meter, 70-foot, golden statue of football icon Lionel Messi in Kolkata, India, is slated for removal due to significant safety concerns. Erected in December to commemorate the star's visit, the sculpture depicting Messi holding the World Cup trophy has been observed to sway precariously in the wind. Engineers have consequently declared the statue unsafe, leading to plans for its dismantling. While workers have attempted to secure the structure with ropes, officials are unsure of the exact timeline for its removal, with efforts underway to take it down at the earliest opportunity. It remains unclear if the statue will be re-erected elsewhere. This news was reported by JG Press. India, primarily a cricket-loving nation, has seen football gain popularity as its second favorite sport. South Korea's Veterans Minister Kwon Oh-yul announced on Friday that he believes Starbucks Korea should face public criticism and sanctions. This follows a controversial Tank Day marketing campaign, which many interpreted as referencing the bloody military crackdown during the May 18th Gwangju democratization movement in 1980. Minister Kwon emphasized that this was a corporate-level marketing scheme, not mere individual misconduct. The ministry is now reviewing its agreement with Starbucks Korea to provide scholarships to descendants of independence fighters, pending public sentiment. The controversy has already led to a significant drop in Starbucks Korea's sales, prompting an apology from Shinsegae Group Chairman Chung Yong-jin. In related news, the ministry is also pursuing the location of independence fighter Ain Young-gon's remains in China, with President Lee Jae-myung having requested Chinese cooperation. Japan's envoy to the United Nations, Yamazaki Kazuyuki, vehemently rejected Russia's allegations that Tokyo is pursuing remilitarization, calling the claims ridiculous and groundless during a UN Security Council debate. According to NHK, Russia's UN ambassador, Vasily Nebenzia, had argued on Tuesday that countries cited as enemy states in the UN Charter, referring to nations like Japan and Germany defeated in World War II, are pursuing remilitarization. Nebenzia specifically accused Japan of augmenting its armed forces, increasing weapons deliveries, and openly discussing constitutional amendments, characterizing this trend as a very dangerous policy that undermines the UN-centered international system. In response on Thursday, Ambassador Yamazaki retorted by highlighting Russia's ongoing aggression against Ukraine, stating that it is ridiculous to criticize Japan's defense posture as militaristic, given Russia's violation of the UN Charter. The article also notes that while the UN General Assembly resolved in 2005 to delete references to enemy states from the charter. Little progress has been made on this issue. JG Press reports that Japan's defense ministry announced on Friday that 4 members of its self-defense force, SDF, will join NATO's mission to provide security aid and training to Ukraine. These SDF personnel will be stationed in Germany and participate in non-combat activities, specifically focusing on coordination work with involved countries. Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi emphasized at a press conference that learning various lessons, including from new forms of warfare observed in Ukraine, will significantly contribute to strengthening Japan's defense system. This initiative follows an announcement made last April by Koizumi's predecessor, Gen Nakatani, who informed NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte of the Japanese government's eagerness for the SDF to join the NATO Security Assistance and Training for Ukraine (NSA-2) mission, which commenced in September 2024. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.